Young Planning Commission, I call the meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, December 16th. The time is 4 p.m. Staff, please take roll call.
Commissioner Richard Lomsdale.
Here.
Commissioner Bob Howard.
Here.
Commissioner John Graber.
Here.
Commissioner Dana Allen.
Here.
Commissioner Ann Warman.
Here.
Commissioner Robert Bailey.
Here.
And Commissioner Christopher Lay.
Here. Hey, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes? Okay, is there any conflict of interest on the?
We gotta get a motion on the minutes.
Oh, okay, well, I was trying to I was gonna do that after I asked if there was any conflict of interest, because since I'm trying to combine the conflict of interest and the approval, like you'd mentioned, in order to keep it on the same number. So, I mean, if you want to do the motion first, then I'll go ahead and do that. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I motion to approve the minutes.
I second. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, approved. Is there, everybody had an opportunity to read the agenda? Okay, is there any conflicts of interest between any commissioner and an agenda item?
I have suggested we need to address that Bob Howard not going to be here next time. We need to address having a vote on a vice chair.
Well, I was gonna put that under new business.
Oh. I just was gonna add it to the agenda at this point. But go ahead.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure it was.
Okay, yeah. So we'll put that under new business. Okay, city staff, are there any communications?
Let's see. Yes, we have two. First, we'll have our Public Services Director, Cody Colt, come up.
Hello, Planning Commission. Thank you for having me. Gary Cooper is currently at Thurston County Commissioners meeting, representing us in the annexation proceedings they're voting on today. So he is not here, so I'm filling in. First up is just a little piece about this person. So one of our Planning Commission members, this is their last meeting. Bob Howard will be leaving Planning Commission after 8 years of service. I know Bob helped build a lot of the things around us and kind of shape Planning Commission and everything you guys have been doing for a while. So he's gonna stay here for a while, but I hope he'll come back and visit us and not be a stranger. So I'm gonna give Bob a certificate here. All right, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. I think Bob is heading on out now, so you don't have to stick around if you don't want him. You're in good hands.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm still around. But thanks, have a good one.
Have a good night.
Right, so we're down one Planning Commission member now. I know applications are open and the mayor plans to appoint all the open positions in January. So the January meeting will be when all the positions get appointed. So be aware of that. I know that we had, I think, 4 or 5 applications for Planning Commission. The other thing is annexation update, just to give you guys an idea of where we are with annexations. Council currently has approved the ILA that talks about responsibilities post annexation. We're having an open house on December 23rd. That's next Tuesday at 6 p.m. because there will not be a council meeting. So we're having that. That'll be at the community center, and that's for anyone that's interested in annexation, any party that wants to talk about it, or homeowners or landowners that want to also discuss what annexation might mean for them. And then in January, during the 2 January council meetings, which is January 13th, there will be another public hearing on the ILA, and then on the January do the math really quick, 27th meeting, will be the actual annexation meeting where city council will take the annexation up at a public hearing. And then they'll approve it or decline it. Once that is approved, then it goes to the boundary review board and it has 45 days at the boundary review board where they can make changes or adjustments to it. And then after that, those properties become annexed and become part of the city. Property tax will linger, not that it matters too much, but property tax lingers a year. So 1 year they'll stay on the county and they'll switch over the next year, but they will have voting rights and everything in the next election if you're in one of those annexed areas. So, yeah.
Quick question for you. For the December 23rd, first public hearing, has that been pushed out to the public to kind of let them know like, hey, this is gonna happen. Please, we appreciate your input, if you will?
Yeah, so a letter was sent to every landowner that lived in the annexation area. I believe some of you were in that annexation area, you probably already got the letter.
I received mine yesterday.
Okay, so those were sent out last week, so everyone, there will be a Facebook post also to kind of but all the landowners that are in the annex area have a letter that says all these dates and times. So yes, and you're welcome to come, even if you're not a landowner, you want to talk about annexation, that is fine as well.
Appreciate it, Cody.
No problem. Any other question about annexation? Awesome. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Anything further from the staff?
He's out.
Hey, is there anybody in the audience that would like to address the commission? Hey, moving on, staff, is there any unfinished business from the last meeting?
None.
Okay. Staff, is there any new business?
I think Ann wanted to add something to the agenda.
We're gonna, since Bob left, that, I guess if we want to make a motion to elect a new vice chair, which if that's the case, then, I would, make a motion that we vote on a new vice chair for if the commission would like to place a vote on who they would like to have.
I would like to know who would want to do it.
And. Yeah, I'll do it, Andy.
Not me, I've already done all these.
Who's qualified? What are the qualifications for vice chair?
Being on the commission.
Being on the commission?
I mean, to my knowledge, I mean, you know, but I mean,
When the chair is not present, you need to be able to sit in and perform all the duties of the chair.
Right.
In the past, we actually used to sign the agendas at the end, or the meeting notes. And if you were the one that was there, you would be the one that signed. If in the future you wanted to go for the chair position, the vice chair is an excellent way to do that.
personally, I would ask Dana if she would, get your, okay, so, I mean, so right at this point here, it's whoever would like it. Robert, are you interested in it? Chris?
I'm good.
You're good.
Thank you.
Okay, so Robert?
I've not given it a thought until 2 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the same way when Carlos asked me. So,
Yes. I will tell you, it's a good learning tool. It really is. I mean, I enjoyed vice and I enjoyed chair. I know I'm too busy, but it was really nice to do. Now I'm chair of BOE, so.
And we're expected to get our next position filled in January, correct?
Right.
Correct, but we'll be missing a vice chair. If we choose not to go for a vote today, and we're going to ask that the brand new person come in, that's a little bit harder for them because they've never necessarily been on the planning commission. But
No, I would be interested then.
Are you interested?
Well, hey,
Okay, so So now, do we need to make a motion? Okay, so, okay, so I'll make a nomination for Robert Bailey to become vice chair of the planning commission. Is there a second on the motion?
I'll second.
Okay, there's been it's been seconded to, nominate Robert Bailey as the vice chair. Is there any discussion or amendments for the motion? Okay, again, Robert Bailey's been, nominated as the vice chair of the planning commission.
It was seconded by Christopher.
He was the first.
No,
Or you made, okay, never mind.
is the chair allowed to make that motion?
Oh.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, I'm reading, I've got it written on my thing. Yeah, saying- And that actually came from Hazel's. Good authority that I'm following it correctly here. So anyway, so everybody like to take a vote on Robert Bailey becoming the new vice chair?
Yes.
All in favor?
I,
Any opposed? So Robert Bailey, effective January 1st, 2026, will become the new vice chair of the City of Young Planning Commission.
Thank you, Rob.
Oh, an acceptance speech plan.
But did anybody tell me he's supposed to bring donuts?
I like that idea. I love donuts.
It's always been a tradition.
I love donuts.
Okay, that needs to be in the new documentation
yes,
from the.
rules of procedure.
Yes.
The cookies or donuts,
Baked good, you know what?
yeah, big.
I think filler banana bread.
Yeah, that works.
That-
All right. All right, moving on to the public hearing. I'm opening the hearing for the public meeting or for the public hearing. Today's December 16th, 2025. I open the Elm Planning Commission public hearing at 4:12 p.m. Today's hearings on the proposed 2025 comprehensive plan update referenced in agenda number 9. I will now open the floor for public testimony. If there's anyone wishing to speak this afternoon, please click on either raise the hand button on the Zoom or come to the podium. Give your name and address for the record. Is there anyone wishing to give testimony? Okay, staff, is there any comments?
No, I think I speak on behalf of all staff. Just thank you for the work that you put in reviewing it. Sending in your comments and ideas, and I think at the end of the day, we have a really good final product. So thank you all.
Okay, Commission, are there any questions or comments? Okay, there's no further testimony. I close the hearing at 4:13 p.m. Thank you, everyone. I move to recommend the motion to approve the 2025 comprehensive plan update to City Council. Would anybody like to second the motion?
I second that.
Okay, it's been seconded that the comprehensive plan update be forwarded to the City Council. Do any members wish to discuss or amend the motion? Okay, the motion to forward the 2025 comprehensive plan update to City Council has been approved.
We have to vote.
Oh, okay, yep. Okay, all in favor for the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Is there? Okay, so passed on to next business. Are there any? Is that good for?
Yes, that is.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Are there any subcommittee reports for the commission?
And a lot of activity in the parks for Christmas in the parks, and it's been very well received. And there's a number of activities continuing. I'm gonna have a whole list is long enough that I'd have to go and print out a copy. So it's but it is posted on the activities and events. And this year, I think is very, very well done for the parade as well as for the as all the activities for the young people. And the families, they really enjoyed it.
Okay. This year we had quite a really good news. The building was there. Yeah.
Okay. One other thing, before I forget, since Gary's not here, I did bring it up to Cody. As far as, some of the committee members have been talking to Gary, regarding, some of the different things that we've been wanting to do, some of the, joint meetings with the city council, annual work plan, and the design review. And I had told Gary that I thought that the reason that we had started coming up with those is because one of the consultants had mentioned this to us, which is kind of where we grabbed some of these ideas and started pursuing it, wanting to do it. And at the time, I didn't remember where it came from, but after looking back through it and going through some of the notes and handouts, it was actually when we did our retreat in August with John Doan, that one of his recommended courses of action for us as a commission, and those were things that were mentioned on it. And I think that that's kind of where those seeds were planted with us, to where we started pursuing some of these ideas. And so I was just, wanting to let Gary know that that's where we got some of those ideas. I mean, it doesn't need to be, like put on the, calendar and, spend lots of budget money to, do this stuff, you'd mentioned that, you could do some of it and whatever, but it's just things that were recommended to us. And we're just kind of trying to follow it up so we can be a better commission. So, I think we can address some of those in the future, but, so that was being forwarded to Gary. So, is there anything further from staff or commission?
On your list, did you have the long range, the vision? I think that was one of the, did you have a list going or?
I've got, what they had mentioned was the annual work plan.
Okay.
Which I think can kind of be classified under the same.
The update of the vision plan is very different than.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the one that was done in
96.
2015? Oh, 96, yeah. Yeah, we need to do that one as well, yeah.
I just slightly.
Yeah. So, but there was some of these others that were specifically mentioned, but yeah, I mean, we're wanting to do the vision plan, but it was just, because Gary had mentioned about my meeting with the city administrator to schedule us doing a combined meeting with the city council. So, but I just wanted to find out from him exactly kind of what his thoughts were, but I don't have any problem meeting with the city administrator to get that scheduled. So, but yes, we can, try and get a list going. So.
May I have a question? Does that mean what we would try to do in the early months, January, we're still going to be taking out quite a bit with the annexation, and then the comprehensive plan doesn't actually go to at least from what Gary told us, it doesn't go to the council until the annexation is done. So does that mean that we have possibly January and February where we'll be potentially getting our new member in January. So by February, we'd be able to, as a group, look at what is our proposed work plan before we talk to the council? Is that what we would think about doing
That-
next year?
Personally, as chair, that's what I would like to see, yes. I mean, I would agree with that, and I would think that that's something that we could work with Gary to try to, you know, as far as our, you know, one of our priorities.
So we'd have the new planning member on board, have our new vice chair operating as well. And then we'd still need to come back to the work that Dana's been working on our procedures and our
Rules and procedures.
business rules.
Mhm.
That may be a work session that
Mhm.
we could just do. So each of those things, I think it may be worthwhile that we use this couple of months to really prioritize or look at what do we want to have.
Internal planning
Yes,
of our
internal.
commission or work planning.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that, and I think that if you know, we can try to get that ironed out with Gary and make sure that, you know, it's, because like you said, I mean, I'm not sure, I would have to look back on some of the stuff that he's talked about, you know, that's supposed to be coming up, but I don't think annexation's really gonna have anything to do with us. And then, you know, once the comprehensive plan goes to the city council, I mean, unless there's something that they kick back that, you know, they want to make an amendment to or something like that, I don't see where we're gonna be involved much more in that either. So, but there were some zoning changes and some other stuff coming up that,
Code change.
A lot of code, yeah, 2026 will probably be a year of code changes. Both from the state level of state requirements such as the 2 ADUs per lot, lot splitting, a few others, but and there's some internal ones as well that we've noticed and want to get corrected before, you know, something happens that we don't want to see happen. So
yeah, but I think even with that though, I think with, that, you know, we should be able to squeeze some of the other, you know, agenda items in there that, you know, the commission's wanting to address.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we can squeeze some of that in there, so. And we can, you know, work with Gary on, you know, trying to figure, because, you know, Gary had lined out about as far as staff time, you know, things like that, but there's a certain amount of things that, you know, us as the commission, you know, that we can do to alleviate, you know, some of that cost where it doesn't come out of the budget or, you know, anything, or doesn't, you know, really cost anything. But if it's something that we want, that, you know, I think, you know, we're willing to do a certain amount of the legwork and, you know, stuff on it in order to get it done.
Yeah.
So. All right, with that said,
We understand procedurally, if we wanted to convey a message to council, like, you know, like just, hey, heads up, we want to look into updating our vision plan, just so it's on the radar and, you know, maybe a year or two down the line, they can set aside some funds for it. Is it best to put it in our minutes? Do they read our minutes?
I
don't know if they read our minutes.
I know a few of them watch the video. But as far as properly getting it presented to the council, I guess I'd need to one, you know, either, you know, I mean, here I would want to pass it in front of Gary, because I mean, I don't want to do anything inappropriately, but and, you know, maybe talk to the city administrator. But I mean, I could potentially go to one of the council meetings and actually say, you know, as a representative of the planning commission, we want to. I mean,
We had talked about having a joint meeting with the council.
right.
And if that can occur, it probably won't occur until after all the work that's already outlined, the annexation and the approval, if they approve, of the comprehensive plan. But if that's an occasion when we would be able to take maybe the heads up that you had already given to the council of what we're proposing as a work plan, but have a joint meeting where we actually
Discuss that.
come out of the meeting with the work plan. That
Yeah.
includes various things like the revision plan, or it's at least presented to where it's maybe next year or the year after.
Yeah, because I think potentially what, if I'm following what we're saying is that, okay, I would go present it to council. They, we want to get this on the radar, eventually have, some budget, set aside. When we do, potentially, spring, whatever, when we can get the joint meeting set, we can have basically a roadmap, plan done saying, okay, this is kind of when we'd like to do it. This is what we would like to do. So we'd be able to present it to them at that time. So if I'm following correctly.
I'm just saying, I don't know, but I think there's some steps that we'll
Right.
have to at least consider as to how to get it in front of council.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that would work though. I mean, to go to one of the city council meetings, present it, get it on the record, and then later when we do the joint meeting, we can bring it up and say,
And you've already said you're committed to go to the city administrator to talk about.
Yes. But here again, because that was what Gary had brought up in an email in response to Dana on one of the conversations that they had, and that he wanted to meet with the city administrator to make that arrangement. But when Gary hasn't responded to me yet, because I asked him basically kind of what he had in mind for doing that. So once he gets back to me and says, okay, this is kind of what he thought, then I would go to the city administrator, make an appointment and meet with him and then get it arranged.
And on the flip side of us recommending items to council, I'd also be curious to hear what they would want from us, because ultimately we're serving them as well.
Right.
So and we're supposed to be the research arm. So is there anything they'd like us to study? What are the policies they want us to focus on? They could say, hey, the vision plan, updating it, let's just throw it in the trash. And then we have to respect that. So I think it's definitely, that's why I'm curious what the formal process is about correspondence. Is it putting on like requests on the minutes, and they should respond to that?
Yeah, well, like I said, I think myself as a representative for the planning commission, I mean, I could go to one of the city council meetings and, do the podium thing and whatever. But I can tell you that I've had a few of the council members tell me that they would really like to do joint meetings, so. So anyway, anything further? No, okay, so. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Your second,
I second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned at 4:29 PM.